Hi guys, so I'm happy, and I'll tell you why I'm happy. So my staying permit expired last year in August. Staying permit in Germany expired last year in August. So before we continue, like the video for me, please. Okay, let's continue. So after it expired, we applied, or I wanted to travel to Kenya, so we applied for an emergency uh, staying permit. Is it like that? Which we got it immediately. That was like in August. We went and got the emergency one, which was valid for 6 months. And with this one, I was allowed to travel to Kenya and come back. So when we went to the this place, you know, when you're married here, uh, that means you have to go with your spouse. If you are here for working purposes, you'll be needed to go with your contract and so on. So when we went with my husband in this place, hello, we asked the requirements, what I'm required to produce for me to get a permanent resident, since I was more than 3 years in Germany, and they told us what I'm required to. So after that, we came and put all the documents together before we went to Kenya, and we presented our document, or I brought them myself, put them at their whatever, which we went. Then after that, we went to Kenya, came back. There were no appointments. I was not been given an appointment still until in December. Now they sent me an email that they have given me an appointment for January 27th. And remember, the other whatever, the other staying permit was expiring this year, January 30th. So I was lucky they gave me an appointment, and this appointment was 27th of January, like 3 days before the expiry of the other. So 27th of January, of course, you have to go also with your partner. Like, you don't go alone unless you are staying here with a different reason. If it's about work, as I said, you need to have your contract and so on. Okay, so we went together with my husband again, presented our documents. Remember, you are required to have a B1 certificate if you want a permanent staying permit, whether it's passport or there's this other one which they give you for 10 years. But there's a difference between the ID which they give you for 10 years. It's called Niederlassungserlaubnis, which is like permanent. But with this ID, once you travel outside the country and you stay outside the country like 6 months, then the other time you have, if you want to come back to the country, you'll need a visa. So that's the difference. When you have a passport, that means it's like you have the citizenship. So there is a difference between those two. For me, I love my country, Kenya. Okay, anyway. So we applied. When we went this 27th, they gave us now you have to be given something called Fiktion Bescheinigung. It's not an ID, it's just like a paper. Should I show you guys? Let me see. So yeah, I'll wave it so I have to. This is it. It's like a 3-part paper. I'm waving so that you don't see the details. I don't have time to blah blah the whatever. So the first one is the one I got last year, and then the second one I got it in January. But now the second one was supposed to expire in April. So you've seen how it looks like. This with the same, I'm allowed to work. I can look for work here in German, and I am also allowed to travel anywhere, like within the country, and I could use it also to go to Kenya and come back. So this one was supposed to expire in April, 26th of April, and I was a little bit worried because I'm like, I don't want to apply for another one. It's stressy going to these offices and back, and getting an appointment is also very, very difficult. So luckily it came out after 5 weeks, and I'm just coming to pick it. I feel happy, like, you know, even if even if you have this other paper, it's, for me it's boring. It's like this. Where are they? You don't have so much confidence as when you have the really ID, like this paper. It's you're permitted to stay, you're permitted to work, but for me it's like when you are traveling, when you are inside the trains, and these checks, there are sometimes these checks comes, these people who control check if you have your ID, you have the card on or not. It's for me it's not so, like when you're producing it, it's not like the person who is producing the ID. It's, for me, there is no confidence in this, although you are allowed, but for, like, you feel more confident when you are producing the real ID. So yes, I'm happy I got my ID. I like the ID because walking around with passport is also, it's so, with the ID it can fit anywhere, but with the passport it's too big. Anyway, let's see about it. For me, I'm happy that I have my permit, like I have my ID. That's what matters. Like, I'm allowed to stay in German, and I can walk. I can also travel with this ID. I'm able to travel any European country just with the ID. I don't need my passport, my Kenyan passport or something. So I can go to Italy, I can go to France, I can go to any European country with my ID. Yeah, that's why I'm happy now coming to pick my staying permit. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you for the likes. Thank you for hyping me. Thank you for watching the ad. See you again.